Browns have had some guys who were pretty good. They've been back for 2 decades now since they came back after the Baltimore steal. But the all-decade team for 2010 was announced today. Joe Thomas is a unanimous choice, and Alex-Mack, the center, also made it. Total of eight players were voted unanimously for the all-decade team. And Joe Thomas, of course, an obvious choice, first round when he becomes eligible for the Hall of Fame after 5 years. 216-575-0403 is the number to call. Alex-Mack, I mean, think about how good that line was with Mack and Thomas together. And filling in the right spot would have been, all they needed was one more. Might have been a whole different story for that decade.
You go back to the 2014 team, and I think it's remarkable, one, how impressive Alex was. And I didn't even get along very well with Alex, to be honest with you. I've gotten along very well with Joe, but I can't deny anything of what Alex did. Alex was very, very good. And to see that team, I thought Alex's injury, his injury highlighted the type of job Kyle Shanahan was doing. Because the second he got hurt, you could tell. When a team just folds like that, you can tell it's smoke and mirrors. And that means that the strategy and the coaching was doing so much more, because I brought this up with Lima last week. They've had 2 wins over the Steelers in the last 10 years that have ended their season. Thursday night last year with Myles Garrett, and then the win over the Steelers that won 31-10 with Brian Hoyer as the quarterback. Alex got hurt in that game. They had to bump somebody in to play center. I think it was John. I think John Greco had to play center, and then they got in, was it Pat McQuiston, who had run around with his head down, who was very, very bad for them, and they won one more game against Atlanta, and the rest of it was a mess. The rest of it was a mess, and I thought that Alex was good, but his injury showed just how flimsy that football team really was, and how good of a coaching job Kyle Shanahan was.
Yeah, you think if a quarter,
go ahead.
You think if a quarterback gets hurt, your season's over, but in this case, it was over when the lineman got hurt.
Yeah, and that just shows you, honestly, how untalented they really were. Yeah. This is terrible to admit, but it's true.